Lights, camera, action.
You are now listening to the On Board podcast with Morgan and Ashley,
where we make boredom look good.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's the I'm Bored podcast with your host Morgan and my bestie.
I don't know what that was. Hey guys.
Miss Clark, if you're nasty.
If you're nasty.
As always, make sure you guys are following us on Instagram at the I'm Bored podcast. You can follow me at Morgan Fabulous. You can follow Miss Clark.
A_Clarks_life.
And make sure you get us on TikTok, the.I'm.bored.podcast. And you guys can also email us at ashleyandmorgan@theimboredpodcast.com. So the second comment we had was from Blair, and she's like, "Bahaha, Morgan, you were born to podcast." And I said, "I'm just here being loud."
It's so fun though.
It is fun. I mean,
I have a blast.
it's just in the moment, you know?
And we saved one of the juiciest comments we've gotten, and we're going to talk about it. And this is from an account _the Kutcher _. And he says, "Hey guys, I have a question for you. If you're dating/living with your significant other, if your boyfriend goes through your stuff, dressers, drawers, closets, snooping, is that a violation of your privacy and vice versa? Would love your opinion and be honest." So, you live with your significant other. I have lived with a significant other. I feel like this is twofold for me. So if you're, putting clothes away, I've done laundry plenty of times for my significant other, folding the laundry, and you're putting it away.
Same.
Technically, that's you in their personal space. I know a lot of guys like hide things in their top drawer. Right? Or they put things in their top drawer.
Okay.
Like my dad did that. My stepdad does that. My brother does that, where it's like, I don't know, like things in the, it's like they're in it all the time, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
And guys, weigh in. Do you put things in your top drawer? Men.
You think, and I get what you're saying, because I do the laundry. Christopher doesn't keep anything in his drawers, but like, I think what you're saying is if you're doing laundry or you're putting things away because you're cleaning the house, if you find something, that's not really snooping versus
it comes
digging specifically for
correct
said info or said whatever, like
it comes down to intention for me. If your intent is to go through their things because your mindset is they're up to no good,
right,
they're blah, 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 then yes, it's a violation of privacy.
I agree.
If you're putting clothes away, cleaning up the house, and you find something, that's vastly different. The intent was innocent. However, if you do live together, I think it comes with the territory, right? Like
yes.
What mine is, what's yours is mine, what's mine is mine. No, I'm just kidding.
Also, I don't know. I really would love to know his backstory with this. Because, some people like live in small apartments.
Right.
Like, where would you be hiding things? Obviously, there's something underneath the bed taped to the mattress. I mean, not that I know of.
Or like a receipt in a shoe or...
Yeah, I guess it just would depend. If someone's going through your house, which is many levels, and you're turning the house upside down.
First of all, we'd be fighting if that was the case.
Right.
Here's my whole thing. You should never be in a relationship where you feel the need to snoop.
Correct.
And if you do feel the need to snoop, two things need to happen. You need to take a look at yourself because you're being triggered.
Man.
What's your trauma that is triggering you to snoop? And then the second thing is, where is the trust in your relationship and where is the communication? Because why can't you come to the person you are living with and say, hey, I feel sideways about this. Either clarify for me or help me understand or what's going on. And so I think if you even have to ask that question.
Mm-hmm.
You need to take a deep, long look at yourself and your relationship.
I agree. And I feel like this is just kind of like when we talked about people going through people's phones. It's twofold. If you don't trust your person enough and that you're looking through their phone, A, what's your trauma if you have it? Or B, if said person's given you reason not to trust them or you don't trust them, why is that? Because it's usually like that person's either doing something or you've got internal issues from past relationships that you need to work out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
Because I've seen it both ways. I've seen it where the person wasn't doing anything and the person was just, maybe we want to call them a crazy. They weren't crazy. They just had horrible other boyfriends where they'd then think somebody was always doing something. But then I've also seen it where the person actually is hiding something.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the first step in that situation is communicate with your partner. Because I always think if you look at a relationship like it's a tube of toothpaste and everything in the relationship is the toothpaste that's in the tube. Okay. Once you squeeze the toothpaste out of the tube, you can't put it back in. So once you violate someone's privacy and not communicate the right way, you're breaking down the foundation of your relationship.
Yeah.
The toothpaste can't go back in the tube. Once you take the innocence out of your relationship, it's almost impossible to get it back.
I'm curious about, because he says if you're BF. So, like, I wonder if he was, like, putting something away. I mean, I'm always like, what's the context? Because the way he wrote it was goes through your stuff. To me, that makes it sound like you're going, like when we're doing laundry, like we're putting it in a certain place where it goes. So I wouldn't say I was going through your stuff. I'd be like, I was just putting laundry. But this make it seem like he's actually going, or maybe not him, but it makes it sound like someone's actually going through your things. So in that case, it's like, why are you going through said things?
I dated someone who went through my medicine cabinet.
I mean, I've done that. People, when I first started dating them, I need to know.
He went through my medicine cabinet and took medication.
Oh, no. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a whole different.
Yeah.
That's a whole different.
Did you see me look at you like, what?
I'm like, why is she looking at me like that? No, that's a whole separate.
I'm saying like like the intention was to
find things and take them.
Correct.
That's completely different. I meant mine as like a funny thing, as in this guy I went on a couple dates with. And then I was like, what are all these pills? And then I had a doctor be like, well.
But speaking of going through people's things, that segues into our next topic. The iPhone 18 update. Apple is out here to
wreck lives, wreak havoc.
Or save them. I don't know. But it is not good any way you slice it. So if you guys don't know, the new Apple 18 update, it allows you to go ghost. So it allows you to put your apps or certain apps. Let's say this happens. We've had people write in and tell us this, where they're dating someone and then they find a dating app in their phone. The new update allows you to have a separate password outside of your lock password for each app if you'd like it. Then it allows you to pull that app off your home screen and put it in its own secret location so that if somebody goes through your phone, not only can they not find said set of apps, but the apps have their own password. So if your boyfriend is like, or your girlfriend, baby, you have the password to my phone. It's no big deal. You might have the password to unlock their phone, but with the new update, you might not have the password to get into said dating apps. You also won't be able to find said dating apps because they now can go ghost.
So basically,
Apple's out here helping people cheat.
Okay, yes. But like, I guess what was the like reasoning for this? Is this for like people with government jobs or like?
Oh no.
Like I guess if there are certain documents like on your phone that you need to encrypt or whatever,
Yeah.
I could understand that. Or like if you're hiding your dirty photos or whatever. But here's my thing about the dating apps. If you're on there and you're hiding it, okay, I can go on your phone and I can't see it. But other people are going to see that you're out here on the apps. Unless, of course, then you're going overseas. And I guess you're doing it when you're on travel.
Right, you're on travel mode.
So who has the time for all this?
All that energy, I can't do it.
I already have so many apps on my phone. I have everything like organized. I have like music, events, like everything's all in one. I don't want to look at your phone. Like Chris's phone is like so unorganized. I'm like, I can't like.
You're like me. I can't.
Everything is organized.
Everything is organized.
Like we have.
It all has a home.
Like music is everything. Spotify, iTunes, whatever. Mm-hmm. Photos are all the photo apps and Instagram. Now I gotta hide it and password protect. I don't know.
And again, if you feel like you need to go through someone's phone,
it shouldn't be dating them.
No. Absolutely.
And I really hope certain people hear that and see that.
Yeah.
And take it to, I mean, we've talked about this ad nauseum.
Right.
I just also feel like we're too old. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's too
what do
crazy.
I know?
It's too crazy. Update, we've finished Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I'll never watch it again.
The memes and then just the updates on TikTok alone. I feel like now my algorithm is like, did you see this? Apparently, Dakota and Taylor are divorced.
Wait, I thought they never got married.
Okay, sorry, not divorced, not together or busted up.
Okay.
But I honestly don't know you know what, I sent you a bunch of stuff last night when you were comatose. Yeah. I don't know what's true or what's not.
I don't care. I never want to watch that show ever again.
I'm kind of over it.
We finished it and I was like, what did you just make me watch?
To be fair, I only wanted to watch it to
see what the hype was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I felt very oh my God, these are children. And
the drama, and it's sober drama. It's sober, too much soda.
I am intrigued about that. What was the place? Sips, Fizz? What the fuck is it called?
When I watched it, it was in and out of my brain.
I would like to go to Utah for the picturesque and the hiking. I would like to try that soda place because I'm intrigued.
Right.
Fizz. Guzzle. Sips.
Guzzle is funny. Okay.
But yeah, I thought the drama was kind of dumb. But somebody the other night, or I think I said it to you, they were like, it's giving first seasons of Desperate House, the Housewives franchise. Did you watch those? Orange County. I never watched those either. But somebody was like, it's giving the energy of the first season of the Desperate Housewives from Jersey, basically saying that those girls, it's very new and they didn't really know what was going on, and that's why it's so chaotic.
I would be interested to see, even if they come back, not to watch it, but if they do come back for a season 2, because here's how I feel. There wasn't enough meat because they filmed over such a long period. Usually, Jersey Shore is 2 months. Selling Sunset is a couple months of filming. Even the Kardashians, right? They filmed for 4 months? This is it
was a while.
They had to go through a couple pregnancies. I don't think those girls are actually dramatic enough. And I think they needed to film for a long period of, which is probably, and
they probably were making Whitney the villain. I don't know,
I just can't. I
don't
care. I don't love it. I'm not a big reality TV person anyway.
I've never liked it. I only like The Bachelor.
Yeah, I don't even watch that. I hate that.
I love it.
You do love it.
Let us know what you guys thought. I know a bunch of people that love it, but I think you're right. There wasn't enough meat, and I'm wondering if, again, it's I feel like I hear half things. Half of it's even with Selling Sunset, it's well, there's really this drama, but then this was created. Is Whitney really as bad as she seems to be, or were they like, well, we need a villain?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea.
We'd love to hear your thoughts if you're watching that, or
in other pop news.
What you thought?
In other pop news, P. Diddy. Holy crapperonis.
There's a bunch of memes about this. I think I sent you something last night too on him.
1,000 bottles of lube?
No, baby oil. Johnson & Johnson.
For what? Did you see the porn industry came out and said that they don't even use baby oil unless it's on the skin to make the skin shiny, because you can get obviously infection or whatever.
I don't think it's supposed to be used for lube.
Who knows?
Like, I don't think it's...
The funniest meme was...
Greasing you up.
You know that game show in Korea where they put baby oil on all the stairs and they make people try to climb up it? And it was like walking into P. Diddy's house. I mean, he's diabolical. I think it's going to be another Epstein thing.
Yes.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets clipped. I really wouldn't be surprised. I mean, he knows way too much about way too many people.
I just think...
That Cat Williams thing was funny. Cat Williams came out and was like, he is about to sing like a canary.
And that was months ago.
Did you? Oh,
that was months ago where he was like, things are going to be coming out. And then remember that one article I sent you where the guy was like going on about how the things that P. Diddy did, like to get people on his side. Like,
or to blackmail them.
Right. So like, if I want you to vote for this song or be in my corner, he'd get you all drugged up, liquored up, having all these straight men do things that they wouldn't normally do, and then be like, haha, I got you on that camera and that camera.
Do you think Bieber was roped in?
I just keep reading things about him and it's like, it hurts my soul. Like,
I know, maybe that's why he ended up having like a big drug problem and stuff.
Like, could you imagine being... like a child, like you're a child. How old was that? 15?
That
18?
clip came out that said it was of Diddy. It was of Diddy and Bieber. And Diddy's like talking to the camera and he's like, I've got JB here with one of his best friends. They're I think he was like 14 at the time. He's like, they're having a time of their life. And if you look at like Justin's face, I don't know. It's crazy.
It's just like,
it's crazy.
I can't even like fathom like that, like here's this.
Well, the forced homosexuality too.
Yeah.
Cat Williams came out and said he was offered $50K to participate and he turned it down. And he said, you're not going to own my butthole.
So is this like, I also like, if this is another thing, black men and homosexuality. Like you could have just, like, is Diddy gay? Like, I just have so many questions. Like, why are you making it like a hidden thing? But also, like, why are you going after children?
I mean,
like,
I don't think
so much of it is just
I
like,
don't know.
So much of it is like very like doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah.
But like, there is a thing in the black community. I guess it's still prevalent where like black men, it's like you're not gay, but like it makes me almost question like this forced. Like this thing where you're just like Cat Williams is being offered $50K and like now you're doing it with these like young children.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's so much like.
Well, they're saying that the whole music business is one big criminal syndicate.
And then that goes back into my other thing of we don't know what we don't know. And I feel like here I go sounding like a conspiracy theory again. Like it's this misdirection.
It's crazy.
Like this is why I tell people I don't trust nobody and nothing no more.
You don't trust me, Morgan?
Keep my money under the mattress.
You don't.
Not you, but like the powers that be. Like
like the media and all that stuff. Yeah.
Is everything really like some weird sex cult?
I mean, I've lived in LA. It's wild.
I don't know.
It's wild. I definitely have seen some things.
I just feel like if you're trying to blackmail people with that and children are involved, it just like turns my stomach.
Yeah. No, it's not
But
good.
I've seen all the comments where they're like, Jay-Z, Beyonce, or like, it's everybody.
I mean, I think he's going to get murked. I honestly think he's going to get clipped.
Why isn't R. Kelly? How's R. Kelly still?
Because R. Kelly didn't do it with other celebs. He was with the... Oh, God. Gross. Okay, moving on.
Would love to know your comments or if you have any other info. It just doesn't... It's not good.
No, and this one is... Ladies, turn this up. This is something that's been going around, and I just saw this the other day. Ladies, this is a PSA for your safety. A girl was shopping Walmart.
Okay.
And some guy came up to her and said, hey, is this your car? You're parked in a space. He had a Walmart vest on. You're parked in a space that is for our premium guests. And she said, what do you mean? And that's what he told her. And then he showed her light. He's like, is this your license plate? And she said, oh my God, yeah. And she's like kind of entertaining it, kind of asking questions. And he looks like a Walmart employee. And someone calls his phone and says, yeah, hey, like I'm out with the car. And it was her car. I'm out with the car, waiting on the tow truck, blah, 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 blah. And he said, well, I'll walk you out to your car. And she was just like, what? Like she got a spidey sense. Mm-hmm. She was like, then tow it. Like she just kind of got snappy. And she was like, and get like, leave me alone, dude. And the manager of the Walmart saw all this going on, didn't recognize the guy and he knows his own staff and came over and was like, what's going on? Blah, 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 blah. And he's like, the guy was like, leave her alone. And then the guy starts hitting on her. So she immediately like clicked in, like something's like up, like something's weird. So the guy leaves her alone. The manager, once she's done shopping, ends up walking her to her car for safety. He had an air tag. The manager had an air tag. And when you have an air tag connected to your phone, it'll pick up other air tags.
Okay.
They put an air tag on her car. They found an air tag underneath the hood of her car. So they took it, they threw it away. But a PSA to ladies out there, if you're in a Target, a Walmart, Bed Bath & Beyond, no one is going to tow your car, one, especially if you're not in like a handicap spot or whatever. And two, if someone comes up to you, ask to go get security.
100%.
Then be fine. You want to tow my car? Take me to the security office. But what they're doing is they're trying to get you out of your car to kidnap you.
For like sex trafficking?
Who knows? I mean, who knows? Thank God she didn't get that far.
People are really getting ballsy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Stay safe out there, ladies, for sure.
This is stuff like I would never even think about that. Like I would never.
I would be. Come on, if someone came up to me at a Target and was like, "We're gonna tow your car," and I know that I'm not in a handicap spot, I'd be like, "Oh, you are? I fucking dare you!"
I'd be like, "There was no sign. I'm good," or I'd be like, "Are you the manager? Then let's get."
I wouldn't even ask that. I would literally be like, "All right, prove it."
That stuff's fucking wild. Like,
yeah.
And I'm surprised, like, well, I guess this is for the sex trafficking thing, but like.
My question is, was the air tag on her car already? Did they wait until she was in Walmart? Did they have, how long have they been tagging her, like trailing her? Like, or did they do it while they were there? Because how would they know to hone in on her?
Well, right. That's what I'm asking. So an air tag, I don't have them. But like if I buy them.
I have one for the dog.
Right. So like They come in a pack. It's
4 in a pack.
Okay, so come in 4 in a pack.
They're not automatically linked to your phone though.
Oh.
So like you can buy a pack of 4, give me one, you can have one.
So they had it on their phone. They put it on the car.
They magnetize it to the car.
I think they probably were watching to see who gets out of a car.
And sitting in the parking lot.
Probably.
Either way, it's diabolical. So stay safe out there, ladies. It is a wild time,
y'all.
It is a wild, wild time.
I mean, I just feel, and we're getting into the holidays. I remember my mom always being like, whenever you're at the mall, watch your bags, watch the parking lot, because she'd be like, this is when people get desperate, and like, this is the robbing, taking your purse, taking your bags. But I guess now we have to also look out for people trying to steal you.
Also, too, another thing I'd heard about, if a police officer shows up to your house, because there's people going around dressed as fake police. If a police officer shows up to your house, do not answer the door. Through the door, ask to see their badge. Get the badge number, call 911. Because if they're just randomly showing up and there's nothing wrong, you don't obviously like you don't have a warrant out for your arrest or whatever. You got to be hyper vigilant. I mean, stay off your phone while you're walking to your car. Stay off your, like be aware of your surroundings. I
had somebody call me. This was a couple months ago, and they left a message. I think I probably deleted it, but it was like, "Hi, this is Officer so-and-so. There's a warrant out for your arrest, blah, blah, blah." It left a whole message. And I remember I went to Chris and I was like, what the fuck is this? And so I called back and he was like, this is a warrant. And I go, for what? And I was like, immediately like, I haven't done anything wrong. Like, and I'm thinking,
I'm a baby angel saint.
I'm thinking like, my car, what? And he's like, you just need to come to the courthouse or, blah, blah. And Chris is in the background and he goes, who is this? What's your name? And we wrote down the guy's name. And he's like, what's your badge number? And the guy gives us. And he's like, what's this for? And he's like, well, this is blah, blah. And Chris is like, no, I know that court because it's like in Arlington. And he's like, no, I know everyone there. You're not, like, this is a scam. And we hung up. And I never called back. Because like, apparently this has happened to one of his regulars at the bar. Because I was like, what is this? I was like, I got this. Like,
I'll have my... And also, too, if that ever happens to anybody, you can have your attorney run. You can also do it on yourself. You can go on the Maryland website. They have free criminal records. So if there's a warrant out for your arrest, you can see.
I'm like, I haven't gotten anything in the mail.
Clarence, what are you doing?
I'm like, I haven't done anything. But like, I've seen them, like, usually they try to get scams on old people.
Yeah, that's always sad.
Like,
That's so sad.
I've seen like
people get their like whole,
the Facebook accounts where it's like
people get their life savings taken.
Yeah, and I'm like, you're not gonna get me.
Yeah, you're not gonna get
today.
Me. Nah.
No,
absolutely not.
The coins I have are mine. I wasn't born yesterday.
And then another thing that I had heard: a girl gets into an Uber. It's wild out there with her friends. She's the last stop.
Okay.
Her friends go home. The next day, she calls them from the precinct. Come to find out, the Uber driver had put some sort of solvent on her side of the car. She touched it and passed out. Woke up in the trunk as the car is going is in motion. She waits for the car to stop. He had gone into somewhere. She kicks through the center of the you know how like in the back seat, sometimes the center comes down from the trunk.
Yeah.
Kicks through the center, climbs out, walks to the nearest precinct.
So she woke up. Thank God.
Thank God. Who knows? I don't know what he stopped for, whatever.
See, I hear this stuff and I'm like,
this is why I always have pepper spray on me.
Yeah, see, I don't have anything.
I
take a lot of late night Ubers.
I always have pepper spray on me.
But I'm also not like, but see, I'm always like coherent.
Yeah.
But if you just, let me just touch the side of the door, because like that's how you're getting in and out.
Yep.
So now I have to be worried about touching door handles. This shit is.
Now, when I'm in Uber, I always put my location in Waze.
Okay.
Because I want to get there faster anyway.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes
they take
mess
weird,
around.
yep,
right. And I had a guy, I was going down to DC, and he went
a weird way.
Oh, it was, first of all, it was nefarious. And I watched him skip the exit. Then I watched him skip the next exit. Then I watched, and I'm like...
You were heading there or coming home?
Coming home. And I'm looking at the app, and I waited. And then when he skipped the next exit, and there wasn't another exit for a while, and I get flagrant. Because you don't want them to think you're an easy target, right? Like you don't want, and I said, I'm going to fucking tell you right now, sir. Do you know how many people have my location? I said, also too, I was a national title holder. This will be global news. I said, so I don't know whatever the fuck you think you're doing, but you're going to turn around and you're going to do it not on an exit. You're going to go through the median. The middle, just where the police would sit. And I said, and while you're doing that, please know that I've already texted about 14 people who now are strategically watching. It was in the middle of the night. Coming home.
Was this person foreign? Not that.
It was, I mean, I didn't get a good look. It was dark. I just got in the back seat. But I said, I don't know what you fucking think you're doing. Says nothing. Goes in the median. And I said, I don't care if you drop me off on the side of the road. Of course I did.
Yeah.
Of course I did. Good. Had the attorney also write in.
I'll say this. Lately, the Ubers I've been in, their ratings have all been really high. And they're usually either silent or they're very nice. I feel like, I want to say, because when was this?
This was, I want to say.
A couple years ago?
A couple years ago, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they've gotten better because stories like this.
Yeah. I mean, you just have to be careful. And also too, you need to not appear as like an easy target.
Yeah.
You know?
That's scary, y'all.
There's a home invasion course that I want to take so bad at Free State Gun Range.
I'm down.
We should do it.
That should totally be one of our next episodes.
Yeah. How to protect yourself in your home.
No, like of us there shooting.
Yeah, for sure.
Because what you're not going to do is come into my home.
Nah.
Did I tell you that story about the neighbor next to my parents? I think I told you this story.
Oh, yeah.
This guy, I mean, bless him. You know, my parents are they're a little bit older and they're peaceful people. But the neighbor had some kid at, I don't know, midnight, 1 a.m. in a hoodie, like trying to come into the house. And luckily the neighbor has cameras. I guess he saw him. And it's this kid, I guess there's a car, like, I don't know if they were trying to get in or, you know, he's a nice car. And here comes the neighbor with his gun, because he's a gun owner, rightfully so. And he's like, make my day, motherfucker. Like, point blank. And the kid's like, and it's a kid, and he's like, oh, and like runs away. And he tells my mother, I really wanted to shoot it. And I'm like, I bet you did. And my sister thinks this story is hilarious. And I go, that's what he should have done.
Yeah.
Make my day, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Badass.
Well,
don't come onto my property.
No. Shotgun under the bed.
Like,
someone comes in the house, you just cock it.
You see the camera. Like, you're ballsy.
I can talk to people through all of the cameras in my house too. Like, catch me sideways.
Catch me outside. How about that?
Yep. Catch me outside. I'd
love to hear if you guys have any horror stories or.
Does Chris keep weapons next to the nightstand?
We have a large samurai sword.
Okay. Okay.
It was actually my It was actually like a family thing from like my cousin, but I used to keep a knife in my car.
I
have
Velcroed on my nightstand. So you get strips of Velcro off Amazon.
Okay.
And the knife is there, and the handle has Velcro on it, and it's Velcroed to the side of my it's Velcroed to the side of my nightstand, and then under the bed there's a shotgun.
Yeah.
I sleep with my bedroom door locked. First of all,
ain't nobody getting in here.
First of all, if you're coming into my house and the ADT system is on DEFCON 5, so my whole neighborhood will hear my ADT system come off.
No one's getting in here.
But also too, if you're coming in, you're gonna hear the ADT. If you still are ballsy enough to keep going, I'm gonna stand right at the top of my stairs,
make my day
with a shotgun full of hollow points, and you will be holy, and I don't mean for God.
Make my day, motherfucker. Yeah. I mean, no one's coming in here.
But the statistic is that if they break in during the day, it's more likely to be less violent because they're assuming you're at home. They're assuming you're not.
So they're trying to steal.
But if they're coming in at night, they're prepared for violence. That's like the statistic. Well, this episode was fun.
It's been riveting. Would love to hear, your stories. How do you stay safe?
Yeah.
Have you had any horror stories?
Sure. How do you feel about living with a significant other and personal space?
Right. Personal space, security, safety. And I mean, God, next week we've got another array of topics for you guys. So
thank you for tuning in. I am Ashley. This is Morgan. We will see you next Friday.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
You've just listened to the On Board podcast with Ashley and Morgan.